Hey everyone, happy Wednesday from Seattle, Washington. We've been riding a pedicab up and down the waterfront. Got the city back over here. We are headed, if I can turn my phone around. No, I can't, we'll come this way. Anyway, we're just having a really good time. We've got Mount Rainier back over there, looking great. Anyway, and so come here, Debbie.
Okay.
So most of you saw this week, just Monday night, actually, Debbie had an outstanding meeting at her house, and we've had lots of really, really good meetings, but hers really jumped out, and since we're hanging out here together, I thought, you know, we could talk a little bit about it, and I know Christy and her gang had a really great meeting last night, and they could drop some comments as well. And so what I wanted Debbie to do is share with you some things that she did in order to help get people to her meetings. Often all we're doing is doing an invite or a flyer or a text message, and that doesn't work, y'all. It really doesn't. I can tell you it wouldn't work for me. And so I'm going to flip this around and I'm going to video Debbie. We won't keep you long, and then we're going to get back on our little riding and having a great time, and we've got some dinner reservations here in a little bit. So let me flip this around.
Hi everybody. Okay, the first thing I did is I've been keeping a list of every single person that has ever asked me about X, asked me how I've lost my weight, all that good stuff. And I spent at least a week calling people. I pretty much divvied it up, calling people specifically and just inviting them personally to come to my house, to my meeting. I don't know that there's magic in having it in my home, but it seemed to work for me. I don't know why, but it was a little more personal than having it at a restaurant. So for me, I'm going to do that again and see if that's what it was. The special invites, personally calling people, my team was phenomenal in doing the same, in reaching out to speak to people on the phone. We did not rely on sending out that cute little flyer we did. We were consistent in putting that flyer out to remind people because there's so much going on. But the other thing that I did that was kind of helpful, there was two things. I actually took a picture of my living room that it was set up and just said, y'all come on out, just another quick little Facebook thing. And then I went live on the day of the event about 2 hours before it was to start, re-invited them again, which I think was kind of helpful. And then I did a silly thing. I bought some little gifts and things and did a drawing, and had one thing that was more general to just dieting. Anyway, that seemed maybe get some people there. That's pretty much what I did. So it was fun, and I'm gonna have as many as I can this month of July while the city specials are being offered. So I'm gonna do it again, and we'll see. Anyway, that's all.
When you called them, Debbie, what did you communicate to them about the fact that this is only you're at your house? So what did you convey to them? Because there was a sense of urgency as well.
I did. You're right. I did. When I spoke with them, I just told them that they had asked me questions specifically about how I'd lost my weight and how I was feeling so well. And so each time I called, I reminded them, or if they hadn't heard, told them about the special of getting the extra products for free, the trim sticks. I did not mention the specific products. I just said that they would get a really good bargain, over $200 in free products, and that it was only available at the city meeting, and that if they wanted to know more, there wasn't a better time to do it. And I promised them good information, good testimonies, tastings. We had keto foods, and I promised them that there would be no pressure, and I stood still, and we had really good signups that night.
Awesome. I absolutely love it. And so I really appreciate you hopping on here and sharing that, or hopping off the pedicab and getting on Facebook with me. I really appreciate that, because I think we really struggle with meetings sometimes. I have a few people that have really some great turnouts. I know Christy and Susie, y'all had a really great turnout last night. I would love for y'all to share in the comments things that y'all did as well. But what I know that Debbie did that most of the time I don't see or heard done is personally picking up the phone and inviting. We're really good at sending a message or sending a flyer that says, hey, have I got a deal for you? come and be with me, but there is nothing like that. It's why we do three-way calls. You can convey the sincerity and the belief that you have in a way that you can't do any other way. And so, come to my home. Come with me. Say if it is in a restaurant, come with me. I want to pick you up. You've asked me about this. And she didn't invite 10 people. I think that's also important, Debbie. Let's talk about that, because I know I've been a part of things before, and it's like I invited 5 people, or I sent messages to 10. 10 gets 0, 5 gets 0. And so it's also a law of numbers, because people are busy. I can't be anywhere tonight, right? And so you have to think about that. So Debbie, how many people do you know specifically, or do you have a guess on how many people you invited?
I easily spoke with 125 people, and then I had 27 actually show up. But that was personally talking to him. I didn't mention this, but I also went downtown, went to some of the businesses in town and invited them personally, and went to all of my distributors and told them of the deals and what they could do as far as if they got 5 UTKs this month, and they automatically get a free UTK. So I did personal invitations and visitations with all my distributors, and they rallied.
Awesome. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. We're going to hop back on this cab, and we're going to continue our evening and brainstorming and having a great time of fellowship together. And some of you we will be seeing before long. And so drop your questions in this thread. If you have questions, this is a great time. We've had several great meetings. I'll make sure that Debbie hops on here and that she answers some of those questions. Like I said, Christy, they had a great meeting last night. But personal invitation. I will tell you, I have a multitude of invitations, things that I get invited to, whether it's, there's somebody playing at a local restaurant, or there's some kind of hair makeup, there's something. I have all these invitations that come through to me, and always have. I didn't see them before. I darn sure don't see them now that I have all your invitations, right? And so be mindful that this is a relationship business, and there's no way to say that I want you to be a part of this and that tonight has a sense of urgency, like personally. And so thank you, Debbie, for sharing. Again, y'all ask questions. That's what we want to do. We're one team, one dream, and we will answer your questions. We'll share verbiage. We'll do whatever. And so thanks for stopping by. And like I said, we're going to get back on and head on down the road and go find us some yummy seafood. Y'all have a great evening, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. Ciao.